You refuse to proceed? You refuse to proceed? I got a history or something, man. Got any alts? Any alternate accounts? Ooh. Whoa, hold up. We have a cheating call for Black Flame Horus in Modern, bro. Holy, what is happening? Hi, Judge. I did misclick while doing an XC summon. All right, let's have a look. Overlaid Murakumo onto Habakiri. Sent both the grave. Special summoned both. Then overlaid Futsu onto the Habakiri. And then Red said you literally overlaid Murakumo. And then Blue says, yeah, I misclicked. I used Murakumo Habakiri first, but I wanted to use the Futsu and Habakiri first. That doesn't look like a misclick to me. If you overlay two monsters onto each other, that is committing to an XE summon with both. Yeah, you can't misclick that because you have to like mouse over it, click on overlay, click on the other thing that you want to overlay on top of. You can't really misclick that. It's not a misclick like banishing a card by accident. Of course, you are right with that. Here, you will need to commit to an XE summon using the Murakumo and the Habakiri. My brain and fingers didn't work properly together. I mean, that's called a mistake, you know? That's called a mistake. Not a whole lot that I can do about that. At least I appreciate that Blue is A, not arguing, and B is just saying, hey, here's what happened, and he's admitting to, you know, I had a little brain oopsie, and he's okay, he's accepting it. So I mean, it's fine. I at least appreciate the way that he's handling it. He's like, yep, yeah, okay, that's the ruling. That's the ruling. Proceed from there. You know, not a whole lot you can do about it, and I appreciate that. For once, not getting fucking yelled at for following the rules. You know what I mean? Hey, there was a sequencing issue, and I don't think that my opponent was happy with it. Care to explain further what exactly happened? Blue said, yeah, I used brain. Take his Christia and tributed it to put back the spell. Take his Christia and tributed it to put back the spell. Dude, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what they're saying. He was fine with it until he found out Christia has to go to top of deck 2. Okay, please actually explain what happened. I have no idea of the context of what you're saying. This is the thing that I hate, bro, is people that explain like I've been sitting here watching the whole game. I haven't been watching the whole game. Is he saying that he's using Ryza effect on Christia? Should we replay it? No, just tell me what happened. Opponent used Brain Con. Hey, look at that. There's a brain control all of a sudden. Then he attacked my Shining Angel. Okay, Shining Angel. Okay, thank you. Red is explaining. So there was a Christia on board. He took it with BrainCon, attacked over the Shining Angel so Shining Angel couldn't summon, at which point he tribute summoned the Ryza, and then Christia would go back on top of the deck, and there would be 4 fairies if he activated the orange light, but then he returned the Valhalla to the top of the deck. I see what's happening. I see what's happening. I understand now. So BrainCon was used, take the Christia. Christia attacked over Shining Angel, putting the second fairy in the grave, at which point Blue tribute summoned the Ryza over the Christia and went Ryza target the Valhalla, and then Red put the Valhalla back, but then once he realized that the Christia would go back to the top of the deck, he decided, oh, then in that case, I don't want to allow the Ryza to resolve. I want to instead use the Herald of the Orange Light. If I understand correctly, they sent the Christia to the graveyard to summon Ryza, at which point you returned Valhalla to the top of the deck for Ryza F. Yes. If that's the case, I will allow a rewind because the Christia should be on the top of the deck and not engraved. Well, the Christia sent to the graveyard is not a legal game state. You cannot okay the effect of Ryza until the game state is correct. So here, the game state must be repaired. Please place Christia on top of the deck and continue from the tribute summon of Ryza. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to be allowing it. And now Blue's going to be very, very, very upset. Can I declare Herald to negate? Here, the chain is CL1 Ryza. You may respond. Yeah, you can respond. Blue's going to be really upset about this, but realistically, Blue is the one that's like, yo, Christia has to go on top of the deck. So the offender here is actually Blue because Blue put the Christia in grave. not on the top of the deck. He already put the spell on top of the deck. Well, no, it's right here. It's on the board. There you go. Have a nice day. Yeah, because the situation here, right, is that red, the game state wasn't correct. You have to put the Christie on top of the deck before you can proceed. So blue putting it in grave, blue is the offender here. I am utterly shocked. I mean, you shouldn't be shocked. You should have put the Christie on top of the deck when you tribute some of it, when you tribute over it. In no tournament would that go through. I mean, incorrect. In every tournament that would go through. What wouldn't go through is you putting it in the grave. Like, let's be so real here. I don't know, man. I find it so funny how especially retro format players get so upset when you rule against them. But the reality of it at the end of the day is that the ruling is correct. You can't continue the game in an illegal game state. Putting the Christie up in the grave creates an illegal game state. It's supposed to be on top of the deck. It goes to the top of the deck when it leaves the field. That's the most basic rewind there is, legitimately. Wait, these two are still in a duel? Oh my god, yes, hi. How can I help you once again? I attempted to add back a banished card with Marshmallow, but it can't do that. What now? So you illegally attempted to return a banished card with Marshmallow. Yes. Here, you'll be given a PE minor warning. And wait, how long ago was this? Hold up. How long ago was this? Was it just now? Please say just now. Don't tell me last turn. I'll lose my mind. How long ago did this happen? Answer my question. Oh my god, why are you yapping? Answer my question. How long ago did this happen? It was the last action, Judge. Simple. P minor warning, and the illegally added back card will be returned to the banishment. If you have a legal add for Marshmallow, please, there you go. So he's adding the surprise from grave. Oh, he's trying to add back the banished mignon. But this can get back field spells, right? Or if it was special summoned by the face of Synchro, you can place a yummy field spell or yummy continuous spell from your deck or banishment face up on your field instead. Cool. You may proceed. I think what red is trying to do is red is trying to force the mignon be placed from banished, which is not how that goes. He should place the field spell though. No, that's not correct. The card says to add or place a field. Add back from grave or place a field from banished or deck. If he added back the field, then that's an illegal resolution to the effect. Yes, but he chose the field. That's not how that works. You either do the thing the card says for you to do, or if you don't do that, it's a different thing that you did. It's illegal. The card doesn't say to add back a field spell. If he attempts to add back the field spell, that is an illegal resolution of the card. You're not going to hit me with the, yeah, but he chose the field. That makes no sense. He chose to add back a card from banishment, which is not what Marshmallow does. So you go back to the last legal game state, which was when the effect of Marshmallow begins resolving. Like, it's that simple. Attempting to force him to place the field spell rather than add it back is a picture-perfect example of sharking. That's what that is. Straight up. Alex Cradini cheating call. Hi. Issue. Joining the duel to Alex Cradini, Ibly locking his opponent, and the game is paused. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got, boys. Let's see what we got. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent is fast playing and won't let me respond to Cupsy. Oh yeah? Let's have a look. Let's pull these logs, shall we? Why, hello there, Alex Cradini. My opponent sleeps through my combo and then throws a random ash on a play of 6 seconds prior. 6 seconds? Okay, bro. Okay. Normal summons Nightmare Corruptor Ibly. Sends it to grave, summons Almirage, declares effective Ibly, summons the Ibly to their opponent's board, points at the Ibly 6 times for some reason. I don't know. Special summons Cupsy, declares Cupsy. So, okay, 2 things. 1, Alex Cradini did not give a whole lot of time between declaring Cupsy and adding. He declared Cupsy 3 seconds later, was in his deck adding. However, his opponent did activate Ash Blossom 13 seconds after the Cupsy was declared, which is a long time to activate that. However, what's really funny is his opponent activated Ash, and Alex Cradini proceeded to say, no! All caps. No, all caps. No. So 2 things here. First off, to my boy Alex Cradini. To Alex Cradini, you didn't give a lot of time for your opponent to respond to your Cupsy. Next time, please allow more than 3 seconds for your opponent to respond to Cupsy. However, Mr. Genesis These Nuts, you used Ash 13 seconds after the activation of Cupsy. That is a long time, and I will not allow Ash be used in response. Rare Alex Cradini W. Is it Cupsy with a Y? Oh, it is with a Y. Why did I think it was IE? I will not allow Ash be used in response. Now, Blue's gonna say, I lagged. You lagging is no one else's issue but your own. I cannot verify lag, and neither can your opponent. Oh, you want to appeal? You want to appeal? Bing, bong, pow. I hit him with the fucking 3-button combo. Bing, bang, boom. Change your name to appeal these nuts. Bro, be nice. Be nice, Alex Cradini. Bro, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill, bro. He's already dead, man. He's already dead. Going forward, I want him to not proceed until I have verified if I have a response or not. If you need time to think, you should press the think button. If you do not, and your opponent waits a reasonable amount of time, they can proceed without your okay. I want him to not assume what I'm doing based on inaction. Then press the fucking think button, dude. He's not giving me any time to think. This game allows time to respond to my opponent's plays. He's not allowed to make assumptions. Again, if you need to think, there is a button for that. Use it. Just use the think button, dude. Use the think button. Hey, Alex Cradini out here thinking. He's thinking really hard. I've told your opponent to give you more response time. If you need to think, press the button. Proceed. Fucking cry about it, dude. Cry about it. Fuck. Pause the game. Do not pause the duel. The ruling has been given. Return Ash to hand and proceed. I want to appeal. As I have already said, as a gray judge, I operate the same level of authority as head judge. My rulings cannot be appealed. Now proceed. 30 seconds to return Ash Blossom to the hand. So Dueling Book has its own rules. Yeah, literally, bro. Literally. Yes. Duelingbook.com/rules. What are you talking about, dude? Yeah. 10 seconds remaining, buddy. 10 seconds remaining to take back the Ash Blossom before I give you a loss for non-compliance. Give me the loss then? Okay. Loss for non-compliance. Proceed. Smiley face. Come on, man. This is so silly. This is fucking crazy. No? You refuse to proceed? You refuse to proceed? I got a history or something, man. What the heck is going on here? Surely there's no way you have a time to get a history with a name called Genesis These Nuts. Clearly this is a new account. Got any alts? Any alts? Any alternate accounts? Ooh. Whoa. Hold up. Pause. Pause. Pause champion. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a ban evader. Oh, it appears you are ban evading. I will be permanently freezing your account. Wow. Bro's actually ban evading. That's crazy. Holy shit. That's insane. That is fucking crazy, man. Actual ban evader. He was about to fly under the radar. I didn't even realize bro was just ban evading. Interesting. Funny. Very, very funny. Bing, bing. He's frozen. Evade these nuts. Bro, this is the most insane redemption arc. That's insane. This is the craziest redemption arc I've ever seen. Alex Cradini went from being a player that was fucking insane to take calls for, and now he and I are teaming up to catch a fucking ban evader. Alex Cradini might be based, chat. He might be based. He's perhaps the GOAT. Holy shit, have a nice day, man. Dude, this is a better story than Twilight, man. Actual peak.